Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwarah. Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Sarvalokanam Bhishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Nahi gnanena sadrusham pavitram miha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddha kalenatmani vindati. Brahmarpanam brahmahavihi brahmajnau brahmanahutam brahmena tena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. Harihi Om. Jai Gurudev. We have been having these knowledge sessions for more than a decade now. For the greater part of it, for the first 7 years or so, they were not formalized, they were not happening regularly. We would do it once or twice a year. We would choose 2-3 topics and do it on 2 days or 3 days, 1 hour each. But we never recorded any of these talks. The short talks post Kriya have been happening for almost as long as I'm a teacher, wherever I am. For the last 20 years or so, been talking for a few minutes about one or the other chapter of interest that would help us in our progress. It was only 3 years ago when we started our discussions on the Bhagavad Gita that we thought we should record this. That too was not to preserve it for anything. It was to help out or to distribute it to some of them who were not able to attend the sessions at the specified timings. And then slowly this practice continued. And over the last 3 years, I think we have had an ocean of knowledge that is readily available to us. We just have to go back and look for it. At some point along the way, at the insistence of one of our meditators, we thought of starting a YouTube channel. First we thought a Facebook page, then a YouTube channel, and now everything appears so natural and normal with a library of knowledge sessions readily available to anyone and everyone, whoever is interested and wants to access and be benefited. So the seed which was planted 3 years ago has slowly sprouted, grown, become a tree, and now it is ready to bear fruits. The culmination of any plant is when it becomes ready to flower and bear fruits, so that one individual can become many, can reach out to much more. I think we are now in this state. What is the ultimate flowering on the path of meditation? It is from sitting in meditation to becoming meditative. Meditation is not an action. Meditation is not even a technique. meditation is a quality of life. It is the quality of a blossomed, mature mind. What you experience in meditation with your eyes closed, if you can bring it out into your wakeful state as well. The pleasantness, the relaxation, the tranquility, the wisdom, the smile. If all this which you experience during a sitting of meditation, if you can just allow that to overflow into your wakeful state. Meditation is nothing but the experience of the fourth state of existence, which is the foundation on which the other three states exist. If you can start with becoming meditative in your wakeful state, it will slowly percolate into your dream state as well as your sleep state. If you live in awareness, if you live being meditative while you are awake, you will see that the same awareness can be experienced in dream. You will be dreaming, but you will be aware that you are dreaming, and nothing in the dream will upset you. You can smile at it. You will be sleeping and you will have such deep rest in your sleep that you may not need more than a few hours of sleep. These 20-30 minutes of meditating regularly is just a preparation for you to be more and more meditative when you come out of meditation. And this is possible if you can hold on to your sadhana over a long period of time with commitment, enthusiasm, and devotion. Especially if you can do it for a period of 2 to 3 months or more without a break, you will see that it automatically starts overflowing into your wakeful state of existence. So now is the time for us to start living meditatively. Whether eyes open or eyes closed, being able to express that quality of meditation in our moment-to-moment life. The last 2 sessions we saw Krishna speaking about the importance of meditation, what value it brings to your life, and also how to get absorbed in meditation. He said, choose a clean place, sit comfortably, easily, steadily, put some effort and show some discipline in minimizing the rajas in your system through a balance in food, rest and activity. Once the rajas comes down, then the distracted mind settles down and you're able to focus. Your ability to focus on one thing for long periods of time is very essential for you to experience samadhi. As your ability to focus or the power of focus or concentration increases, then make me the center of your attention. Make the self the point of your reference of your life and stay with it. When you are able to pour all your attention on the self over a period of time, suddenly you transcend time and experience samadhi, the state of timelessness. This Krishna calls, you reach my abode. And one of the most important outcomes of being able to meditate easily and deeply is this quality of samadarshitva comes. Samadarshana. Samadarshana is being all inclusive in life. Become integrating yourself into everything around you. Being comfortable with everything, everywhere, and with everybody. Seeing divinity in everything. Seeing the play of consciousness in every circumstance, pleasant or unpleasant. In the last shloka which we saw, Krishna says, Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yo Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mataha. Says, who is a really skilled or the ultimate yogi is one who is able to keep this focus on the self even in extreme circumstances. If you have observed, when are we able to sit and meditate without much distraction? When things are pretty much neutral, when there is nothing exciting or nothing much depressing or exhausting happening in your life. You see, you want to go to the airport, you are waiting for a taxi, you got about 10-15 minutes. You think if you sit there, you can meditate at that time? Your mind is always running into the future. Or you are watching a cricket match or a football match, your last 15-20 minutes are remaining. It's in a very exciting stage. Do you think if you will be able to sit, close your eyes, you'll be able to let go of it? No. When there are no distractible circumstances around you, it is easy to meditate. But one who is able to meditate even in these extreme opposite circumstances, he says he is a real yogi. He is a true yogi. Now, Krishna has told what he has to say. I know it's now Arjuna's turn. He says, Krishna, you have explained to me so nicely. And you have spoken about it as if it is such an easy thing to do. It is very nice to hear. But you know what? From my experience, if you ask me, it is very impractical what you are saying. Keeping the mind steady, having a say over the senses, having a restrained mind, a mind which is obedient to you, a mind which stays in one place if you want it to. What are you talking about? The mind is restless. The mind is turbulent. Such a restless and turbulent mind, how do we bring it to be stationary, to be focused on one thing? Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna pramati balavadrudam tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. The mind is chanchalam, restless. Pramati means a turbulent, like a storm of emotions, you say. Pramada is not able to hold yourself from doing something, knowing very well that is not the right thing to do. Or doing something knowing very well it is not the right thing to do. You know very well that it's not right to be lazy, but still being lazy and procrastinating. You know that it is good to exercise or do your sadhana or meditate, be in knowledge regularly, but still being distracted by the pleasures of the world. That is pramada. And where does this come? This comes by the tendencies in the mind which tends to place convenience over commitment, pleasure over long-term stability. Chanchalam pramati balavatudam. The mind is very overpowering. It is not easy. You know it when the alarm rings at 5:30 in the morning. How much dhruti you have to gather, muster from inside to make sure you are able to pull this body out of the bed. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriva sudushkaram. And you are telling me, control this mind, restrain this mind. This is like stopping the movement of the wind. If you look at the elements, the earth is the least dynamic. It does not worry if it is not able to have any dynamism or mobility. Water is more dynamic. Water flows only in one direction, which is downward. Fire is a little more dynamic. It moves only in one direction, which is upward. But then air is even more dynamic because it can move in all directions. Here Arjuna compares the mind to air and says, the mind is like the air which can move in all directions. And you are asking me to have a say over this, restrain this. This is impossible, Krishna. Come on, let's be practical here. All what you say is very nice to listen, but you know what? Really, if you look into it, it's a bit tricky. So Krishna says, Asamshayam mahabaho mano dur nigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha gruhyate. Krishna says, Arjuna, I agree. I completely agree. For an immature, uncultured mind which has not stepped into the path at all, which has not done any sadhana, this is true. That it's impossible to manage the mind, to control the mind. But it is difficult but not impossible for a cultured mind, for a sadhak, for a seeker. How? Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagya. There are two tools for this, abhyasa and vairagya. What is abhyasa? Abhyasa is the effort to bring the scattered mind to the present moment. And not just once, again and again and again. When you will become able to hold on your mind on one thing for a considerable period of time, in the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali says, Satu dirgha kale dairantarye satkara sevita druda bhumika. When does the practice become established in you? Satu dirgha kale, when you practice it over a considerable period of time. Nairantarye, without a break. With the body we can see. You don't exercise for 2-3 days and in the 4th day you have to drag your body. You don't meditate for a few days and then you almost try to feel that it's okay if you don't meditate. That's how people drop off the path. The old patterns take over so quickly. Just see how in the 3 days of silence program, how very disciplined you are in your rest, in your food. But just a couple of days after that, how you see all the discipline is thrown out of the window. Abhyasa is holding on to that. The silence program, your follow-up, these sessions are all just your training grounds for you to culture yourself. And then once you're cultured, take this experience into the outer world and hold on to it for longer periods of time. This is abhyasa. Then vairagya. Vairagya is engaging in the path without having an expectation of getting something from it. This is a real attainment. You see, even small things we do in life, we do it with an attitude of what I'm going to get out of it. Now, Krishna is asking you to engage in something over a period of time. Commit something for a long period of time without a break and with love, devotion and faith. And when you're doing this, how easy or how difficult it is not to expect anything to come back. But that quality will help you to go more quickly. When you sit for meditation and not even expect to get some relaxation out of it, you say, I am sitting. This is my chance to be with myself, to observe. Myself is longing for my attention. I give so much attention to everything outside. Let me now just pay some attention. It does not matter. Sometimes you go. Have you been to your to the schools where your children are participating in a play, in a drama, or playing a game? And you will see many of the times it's very immature, very childish. You may not even get any joy. You may feel bored out of it, but you go just because your child needs that attention from you. And by being there, you're encouraging the child to engage in something, to put some effort into doing something special. All the child that is doing is maybe unnecessary in the bigger scheme of things, but your presence there, your attention to it makes the child flower, put a little bit more effort. So the soul, the self is longing for your attention. Give that attention, irrespective of what you're going to get out of it. So this is Abhyasa and Vairagya. And with Abhyasa and Vairagya, you are able to tame this mind. And remember, taming the mind is not resisting the mind. Taming the mind is just witnessing the mind. The mind is like the student who is restless and mischievous when the teacher is not in the classroom. The moment the teacher enters, you see how the noisy class becomes silent. Because the student now knows that the master is witnessing me. Master's eyes are on me. The teacher does not have to take a cane or a whip or forcefully restrain the student. He just has to come there, be there and observe. The moment he gives the impression that I'm watching you, the student becomes quite very well behaved indeed. So the mind, the moment it becomes aware that it is being watched, it is being observed, it is being witnessed, it very quickly changes its attitude and becomes obedient and subservient. The same restless, turbulent mind becomes obedient, calm and composed. Abhyasa and Vairagya. Asamyatatmana yogo dushprapa iti me matihi. Vashayatmana tu yatata shakyo avaptum upayataha. One who does not put any effort in any discipline. I want to eat what I want, I will only meditate or do something when I want, or I'm not interested in yoga, all these things. You see these people all over. Somebody who is not ready to put any discipline, for him yoga will never be attained. He will never attain to yoga. He will never be able to experience a moment of blissful, settled mind. A moment of samadhi is impossible. More than 90% of the population in the world die without experiencing even a single moment of samadhi. Single moment of this timeless state in their wakeful state. Yes, sometimes during sleep they may experience, but never when they are fully awake. So he says, Asamyat Atmana, one who has got no discipline, for him, this is impossible. I agree. Vashyatmanatu, but one who through discipline has had a little bit of say over his schedule, over his daily routine, over his food, rest and activities. Yatata shakyo avaptum upayataha. If he can put his 100%, put a sincere effort, he can skillfully navigate the mind. What is this skill? Not fighting the mind, observing the mind, witnessing the mind. Some discipline is needed to take away the dust, the rajas in your system. Little bit of discipline in the food, some physical activity, a good amount of sleep. When you can attend to all this, then it becomes easier for you to focus. And in that ease, if you put yourself into it, skillfully you will navigate through the mind into the self. Then Arjuna asks, ayatihi shraddhayopeto yogat chalitamaanasaha aprapya yoga samsiddhim kam gatim Krishna gacchati. Arjuna's doubts are not fully quelled. He says, Samyak, Krishna, what you're saying makes sense. But what happens? That in spite of having faith, having interest in the path, I'm not able to have the discipline to take it to the end. I want to meditate, I make a plan to meditate, but when it actually comes to doing it, I procrastinate, I slip out. I want to wake up first thing in the morning and do some sadhana. I make a plan, I set the alarm as well, but when the alarm rings, I'm not able to pull myself through. I want to go to the silence program, I got the desire for it, but somehow I don't have that strong dhruti in me to ignore the other things, keep aside other things and enter into that state. So I'm here also, there also. Or I'm neither here nor there. If for somebody like this, who strays away from the path, not because of lack of desire, lack of faith, but because of a lack of commitment, what happens to such a person who does not attain to the full benefit of yoga? Kachinno bhaya vibrashtaschinabhram iva nashyati apratishto mahabaho vimudo brahmanah pati. Vibrashta is one who has strayed from the path. He says, one who has strayed from the path, he is a loser in both worlds, isn't it, Krishna? When you want to engage yourself in spiritual activities, you have to, at some point, you have to give up some things in the external. Yeah, you all come here for these sessions. To be in these sessions on a regular basis, you have given up something outside. Maybe you had something on a weekend you were doing regularly, that you slowly, maybe initially reluctantly, but then slowly you had to give up. You have to give up something to get something. But when you give up, but still don't engage in the other, you give up something in the world, but don't utilize that time effectively to grow in the spirit, then you are a loser both places. So this is what Arjuna is worried. He is saying, for somebody who has strayed from the path, who has not been able to commit himself fully to the path, he is a loser both in the material world and in the spiritual world. Will he just be scattered like the clouds? Apratishtaha, one who remains unestablished. Vimudo brahmanah pati, one who has strayed away from the path of moving towards the self, towards the Brahman. Will he not become scattered like the clouds? He does not feel at home anywhere now. He's lost himself in the material world. So he thought he will come to the spiritual world and gain. Here also is not able to give his 100%. He becomes a loser in the material as well as the spiritual world. Isn't this true? He is asking Krishna. Etanme samshayam Krishna chetum arhasi asheshataha tad tvad anyaha samshayasya asya cheta nahi upapadyate. Krishna, you alone can clear this doubt. You alone can reassure me. This is why the master is essential on the path. If you think you can do everything by yourself, when you come into situations like this, where you've got the path, you've got the technique, you've got the teacher as well, but then somewhere your dhruti is not strong and you don't know where you are going, you need a reassurance. You need someone to hold your hand and say, don't worry, you are there, you are doing very well, I can see, don't have this self-doubt. Atma Glani is the biggest stumbling block for progress on the path. Blaming yourself, calling yourself incompetent, useless. So Arjuna, like a true seeker, Practically, he is asking this practical question. Krishna, you are the only one who can reassure me, who can solve this doubt of me. Please answer and tell me what happens to somebody who is not committed to the path and who has invested so much time but is not going anywhere in life. Then Krishna says, Partha naiveha namutra vinashaha tasya vidyate nahi kalyanakrit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Partha na eva aham na amutra. Oh Arjuna, don't worry, be reassured. Na eva aham, neither in this world, na amutra, nor in the worlds he is going to enter in the future, a person who is doing sadhana will be destroyed. Every moment of sadhana you engage in sincerely comes a merit attached to it. That merit will never be lost. Even if you don't enjoy the merit in this lifetime, you will definitely enjoy somewhere else. So neither here nor in the other worlds, you will never be a loser by engaging in sadhana, by engaging in yoga. Nahi kalyanakrit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. You have engaged in something very sattvic, and anyone who engages in anything sattvic, he will never fall down in life. He will always keep progressing. Tata means something which is said in a very loving way. Don't worry, my son. You will never fall down. Now you are on the path. Now you are under my shelter. All is needed is sincere effort from your side. And not only in this world, in other worlds you are going to enter, you will carry the merit of this sadhana. Prapya punya kritam lokanushitva shashvatihi samaha shuchinam shrimatam gehe yoga brashto abhijayate. Suppose you fall into that category of not being able to progress very well on the path, but through the merit of what you have attained, through whatever commitment you have shown to the path. Prapya punya kritam lokanushitva. In this world, whatever commitment you have shown towards the practice of sattvic aspects of life, that will stay. Shashwati samaha, they will always stay with you. And under their influence, what will happen? When you leave this body, you will spend a considerable amount of time in the company of the wise men. Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Abhijayate. After spending considerable time in the company of the wise, again you are born into a family of pious and people who are inclined very spiritually, so that you are in an atmosphere where you won't commit the same mistake like you did previously. Right now, you may be the only one in your house who is meditating. Right now, you may not be getting all the support you need from your partner or your children or your family members or your friends. But because of your commitment on the punya you have gained by your sadhana in this lifetime, next time you will be born in a house where everybody is inclined towards liberation, where everybody is spiritually inclined. And if you have done a really authentic, strong, long practice, the merit is so much that you will be born in the house of a yogi himself. So it becomes even more easy for you to progress. But one thing you remember, Arjuna, such a birth is not very easy to attain. It needs tremendous amount of commitment and discipline. I wish that you do it here and get it over in this lifetime only. But if it is for some reason does not happen, don't worry. These benefits will be carried on to the next lifetime. If you are educated till class 10 this lifetime, next lifetime you will start from class 11. You don't have to go back to your first year. You will carry the impressions and you will move forward. Tatratam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyaha samsiddhau kurunandana. Once you are born into a better family, into a more supportive environment, then all the attainments in the path of yoga from your previous life, they will all start sprouting immediately in your life. And then under their influence, in being in this conducive environment, and with the ability of all these impressions, positive impressions which are sprouting in you, naturally you will strive much harder with more enthusiasm this time to get to the goal, to become free. Just listen, remember the story of Jadabharat, how at the last minute he got distracted by this deer and died thinking of the deer, letting go of the self. But none of his practices went waste. In the next 2-3 lifetimes it took for him to be liberated, he remembered all that happened. He was able to hold on to his siddhis of meditation, of dispassion, and was able to reach the goal. Yatate cha tato bhuyah samsiddhav kuru nandana. You will put even more effort this time. You will be even more disciplined and less distracted, and you will reach the goal for sure, O Arjuna. So this is the reassurance of the master. I am here. See, Gurudev says, if you have a problem, I am here. Give it to me. You sit and meditate. All your problems, offer it to me. Let me look into it. Let me take care of them. You focus on yourself. You sit, you meditate, you serve. Purvabhyasena tenaiva hriyate hi avasho api saha jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Because of your previous impressions, you have in this lifetime sat in satsang and enjoyed singing. You have listened to knowledge and rejoiced the knowledge. You have meditated and enjoyed the company of yourself. That same tendencies will stay with you even in the next lifetime. And because of that, even if you are not willing, even if you are not looking towards the path, somehow the circumstances will pull you towards it. You'll be pulled into the path even if you are not seeking to get into the path. Yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Shabda Brahma. Shabda Brahma means the ritualistic part, the karma kanda, which involves mantras and yajnas and all those things. You will even transcend the action part of yoga and stay in the transcendental part of life. So what he's saying is, you will rise above the rituals and stay established in the self, in the meditativeness. Aneka janma samsiddhastato yati param gatim prayatnad yatamanastu yogi samshuddha kilbishaha. By uninterrupted, sincere effort, which has been happening over many lifetimes, the real yogi will rise above the material tendencies and be established in the self. Param gatim. He will transcend the world and stay established in the self. Tapasvibhyo adikaha yogi, gnanibhyo api mato adikaha, karmibhyascha adiko yogi, tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna. Now here, Krishna is glorifying the virtues of a yogi. He says there are many paths, there are many things people are doing. People who do austerities. A yogi is higher than a tapasvi who does austerities. A yogi, I feel, is better than, here gnani means one who is more engaged in the scriptures all the time. A scholarly person. A yogi is much better than a scholarly person. Karmibhyascha adhikah yogi is much better than a man of action. So, Arjuna, become a yogi. A yogi who is one who through effort, through abhyasa and vairagya, strives to rise above the distractions of the world, the distractions of the mind, and then is able to successfully stay focused on the self. Yogi namapi sarvesham madgaten antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam sa me yuktatamo mataha. Among the yogis, he said, become a yogi. He says, among all the yogis, yogi namapi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. One who are always on the inside engaging with me. Whatever they are doing outside, a part of it at least is engaged in the self, is awake, alert all the time. And being engaged in the self, Shraddhavan bhajate yomam. With all devotion and faith, one who rests with me, who glorifies me, who worships me, sa me yukta tamomata. He is the ultimate yogi. First he says, a yogi is better than a man of austerity, a man of learning, a man of action. And even among the yogis, one who with love, devotion and faith engages in me constantly in the amidst of all the activities, he is the ultimate. Thus we conclude this chapter on meditation. See, this is a very, very important chapter, especially for us. If you want to really get the gist of Yoga Vasishta or Ashtavakra, there is no way other than through meditation. Meditation is the way. And in this chapter, Krishna has elaborated so beautifully what is meditation, why you should meditate, how to meditate, who is a yogi, who is a sannyasi, and among the yogis, who is the best, and what are the fruits of yoga. And also, if you strayed away from the path, if your progress is incomplete, there is nothing to worry about. He gives you the reassurance as well that don't worry, every progress is measured, is told, and it will become helpful for you in the future journey, in this lifetime or the other. No moment of sadhana is ever a waste in life. No moment of samadhi, no sitting of meditation is never a waste, never worthless. So, make meditation your ultimate priority. Adi Shankara also said, meditation is the highest priority. Pranayamam pratyaharam nitya nitya viveka vicharam jhapya sameta samadhi vidhanam kuru avadhanam mahavadhanam bhaja govindam govindam bhaja mudhamate. He also says in the final few shlokas, ultimate is samadhi. Move towards attaining samadhi. Kuru avadhanam, maha avadhanam. Don't waste any more time. Come on, get into it now, right now. Let there be a sense of urgency in you to prioritize dhyana and to be meditative. So let's move from sitting in meditation to being meditative. Eyes open, being in the world, being wakeful, dreaming or sleeping, you still carry that essence of meditation, that space of silence within you, and move around like a king. Then you are a true yogi. Okay? Jai Gurudev. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ नमः शिवाय।